Fox 40's your local election headquarters. He served in the state legislature, ran for mayor of Sacramento, and Dr. Richard Pan, a Democrat, is now running for Congress, hoping to unseat Republican Kevin Kiley in District 3. Thanks for joining us tonight for Fox 40 News at 5:30. Noah took a quick break. I'm here. I'm Nikki Lorenzo. I'll be here for this segment, and then we'll give it back to Noah. Dr. Pan officially kicking off his campaign this week on Tuesday.
I'm running for Congress because Congress is not doing their job. They've already taken away health care from millions of Californians. 3 million Californians will lose their health care coverage because of this Republican Congress. This is an illness in Washington that we need to cure.
All right, Dr. Pan joining us now live in studio. Great to see you again.
Great to see you again, Nikki.
We had a lot of conversations over the years when you're in the legislature, during COVID, when you ran for mayor, and now you miss politics, clearly, right? You're like, I need to get back in the arena.
Well, with everything going on in D.C., yes, but that's actually why I ended up running for the state legislature in first place as well, right? We couldn't pass a budget on time. Actually, clinics were closing because they couldn't meet payroll because of the budget delays. But now what we see in D.C., unfortunately, is we have a Congress that is cutting health care from people. I'm a pediatrician. I spent my life trying to help people get health care, keep kids healthy and safe, right? And so what happened is that when I got elected to the legislature, I worked to we reduced the number of uninsured Californians by almost 2/3. Right?
Wow.
And then when a measles outbreak happened in Disneyland, parents were calling my office and said, help me, my child is too young to get vaccinated, please protect them. And so I authored our vaccination laws to keep people safe. And unfortunately, RFK Jr. came to Sacramento with his anti-vaccine extremists and, threatened my life.
Yeah, you faced some violent situations too, in costs on the street, in the legislature. I want to ask you, because obviously we're in the middle of this redistricting battle right now. Prop 50 is the big thing on the ballot this November. Right. So we haven't gotten to the midterms just yet, but of course that affects the midterms. So I'm curious, because we hear your why you want to run. I'm curious, when did you decide you wanted to run?
Well, actually, I decided I wanted to run several weeks ago when RFK Jr. came before the Senate Finance Committee to do his hearing. And I was getting so many calls from people, including reporters, saying, well, basically what's happening at the federal government, they're taking apart everything you worked on, that people worked on here in California. We expanded healthcare coverage for people. H.R. 1 is cutting Medicaid, so taking that away. But then we're in a government shutdown now because the Republican Congress doesn't want to talk about how do we actually continue those to have people keep their premiums, because those premiums are going to double. They're going to double. They're going to get notices to double probably in a month or so, that your premiums are going to double. People are going to say, I can't afford that. Most people can't afford to have their health insurance premium double, right?
So it was basically comments from RFK and
yes.
Okay, so it had nothing what I'm trying to get at here is, obviously we have this redistricting battle, Prop 50. We don't know the outcome of that. We just know what polling says. But District 3 is a district that is considered, a Republican district essentially. So I'm curious, is the fact that now that this is on the ballot, we don't know what the outcome, but if it passes, it increases your chances because it turns into a more Democratic-friendly district. Well,
let me remind you. Remember, I said my first ran for the state assembly because clinics couldn't meet payroll. Well, I ran in a Republican district. It was called the Safe Republican District.
Okay.
In fact, there were more Republicans than Democrats in that district. And most people said, Dr. Pan, you're a Democrat. How can you win in this district? And I won. And that's how I ended up getting to the legislature. So I decided to run for Congress because we need to hold this administration accountable. The current Republican Congress isn't doing that. We have, RFK Jr. and Donald Trump spewing misinformation about autism and vaccines. We're seeing people about to lose their health care because of both H.R. 1 and the lack of action by the Republican Congress to basically to not have people's premiums double, literally. I mean, that are in California in that district. We need a congressperson who's going to be in that district, who's going to think about the constituents first and what they care about first, not what Donald Trump's agenda is. And that's why I'm running.
And so it's obviously, as you know, very different in Washington, D.C. than it is here in Sacramento, supermajorities in the legislature. So if you go to Congress and the numbers stay the way they are, it's still going to be, close. You're going to have to work with Republicans. How would you work with Republicans?
Well, of course I will work with Republicans. I work with anyone who wants to do something constructive, right? Let's try to figure out how we move things forward. That's what I've done in the state legislature as well. It's about trying to solve problems for people, right? That's what I've done in the legislature. When I serve in the legislature, that's what I do in the community, and that's what I'm going to do in Congress. We need a government that works for people. That's not happening right now, right? So, I talked about healthcare. Think about, I'm a small business owner. Small businesses are struggling because they are seeing prices rise and the tariffs are going up and down, and actually more up and then low down, but still up, and then left and right and so forth. And so it's really hard for someone to figure out, okay, how do I plan for my business? And by the way, that includes my employees, right? And then of course, think about, people going to the grocery store and they're watching the prices rise for basic food items. And then of course, housing is getting more expensive, and frankly, the tariffs are going to make all the construction even worse because we import a lot of the things we use to build our houses. All that is going on, and yet what happens is the job of Congress is to provide oversight, pass laws, provide oversight, put a check on the administration when the administration is acting in a way that is not to the benefit of the people. The reason you elect a congressperson is someone who's going to represent your interests, right? The interests of the district, who's paying attention to that, and not the political agendas of the president. So we need things to change. And that's why I ran for the state legislature in the beginning, and that's why I'm running for Congress right now.
What if Prop 50 doesn't pass? Will you still?
You're
running no matter what happens.
I'm running no matter what.
Okay.
I'm running because the problem is we have a mess going on in D.C. right now. The government's not working for the people, so that isn't changing.
Okay, it's just the big story right now. So that's what I'm just. If let's say, so this is going to sunset that Prop 50 in terms of the redistricting. Right. The plan is for it to go back to the Independent Commission after 2030. Do you support that? And I ask that question because people in power don't normally like to give up power. So I'm curious your thoughts on that.
So first of all, I supported having an independent redistricting commission in the first place.
Okay.
Right? In fact, when I served in the legislature, I had to go through a redistricting, right, when I was in the legislature. I'm supporting Prop 50 now because what happened is that you have a president that is asking states, let's say like Texas, to basically redistrict midterm. But guess what? In Texas, the voters never had a say. The voters never had a say. They just did it.
But that doesn't violate, here in California, that would violate the Constitution.
Sure,
their argument is it doesn't violate their Constitution.
Right. But the thing is, so here in California, right, I get it, but the thing is they didn't bother checking with the voters. Here in California, it's the voters who will decide whether 50 passes or not, right? And so that's a decision of the voters. And of course, that the voters, everyone gets to decide in November here, right? And so that's what's going to happen. But I think most importantly is that, California needs to ensure that California's voices are heard in Congress, that Congress is doing its job to be sure that government's working for the people, calling out the administration if the administration is not acting in a way that the Congress believes is in the interest of the people. And of course, each congressperson also needs to think about what's going on in their district. That's why I'm running. So whatever happens to 50, that's for everyone to decide, right? So whatever happen will happen. But I'm running for Congress because basically we have a sickness, we have an illness in Congress, frankly, and it needs a cure. And so that's why I'm running for Congress.
All right, well, we're going to leave it there. We're out of time, but this is just the beginning of what is a very long campaign season. So I look forward to future conversations.
Of course. Thank you, Nikki. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Dr. Richard Pan, again, running for Congress in District 3.